Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk with Wyoming Valley West senior Bill Gregory. Bill has had a fantastic season, and he's been really tough through the playoffs. Well, Bill, you guys just come off a huge win over Parkland. I think you guys were the underdog today. I think Abington Heights was an underdog. Both you guys get wins, but feels real good. Talk about yourself today on the mound.
I definitely feel like I had my best stuff today. I faced Parkland and Legion actually last year in the state tournament. We were out there, and I said, some of them guys are probably on that team, and I faced them last year, and I'm going to go out there, I'm going to have a good game, and the defense will pick me up, and that's exactly what we did.
Well, you're able to do it with that ERA you have. I think it's down to like .25 or something like that. Tell us about what you're able to throw at to kind of stymie hitters where they just can't seem to get going against you.
Yeah, I run a 5-pitch rotation, 4-seam, 2-seam, curveball, slider, and a circle changeup, and that's really carried me throughout the whole season, last season, this season. It carries me through everything I got. To have 5 pitches as a high schooler is definitely a big thing, and it definitely messes up with quite a bit of lineups.
Bill, you're going to take your game to the next level. You're heading to Mansfield. Tell us about what intrigued you about heading to Mansfield.
Mansfield was definitely the perfect pick for me. I like to hunt fish, and it's situated in a perfect area for that, as well as play baseball. So it was the perfect fit to go to Mansfield. I picked them not too long ago, actually about 2 weeks ago. I decided that I would go to Mansfield, and I feel like that it's definitely the perfect fit.
Well, your stock continues to rise, I'm sure, as you just keep pitching some gems. But, Bill, you're not the only pitcher on this Wyoming Valley West team. Tell us about some of the other arms you guys have there.
Definitely. The other 2 guys that have gone with me all season is Logan Zavada and Tyler Yankowski. And they go out there and they get the job done day in and day out. And on any other staff, they're probably an ace. And to have them guys behind me is definitely a good feeling for me, because I don't have to go out there and every day have to throw every other game. They can go out there and they can get the job done whenever they're called on.
Well, let's talk about your catcher, Ryan Hogan. Nice having a guy like him. He's a junior, but he's got a lot of leadership qualities about him, and he carries himself pretty well. I'm sure he helps some of the pitchers you guys have out pretty well with that demeanor that he has behind the plate.
Oh, definitely. Ryan is easily the best, if not the best catcher in the whole league. He's caught me for about 3 or 4 years now, and I wouldn't want to have anybody else behind the plate. He's a junior leader, and we got 2 captains this year on the team, and Ryan Hogan is definitely a third one because he just brings that fiery attitude, and he's quiet in the way he does things. He goes out and just very quietly does whatever he does, and it's a big factor to have him in a lineup and behind the plate.
Interesting dynamic. I asked Ryan this question about having a young coach in Legion like Coach Toole, and then, of course, you get a wily veteran in Coach Milas. He's definitely a character. He works hard to try to bring the best out in you guys. Oh,
definitely. And it's a little bit different to go from a younger guy like Coach Toole in Legion to go to Coach Milas in high school baseball, because he definitely has a lot more to offer to the game. He's got all the tools, and he definitely has been around the game enough that he gives us a lot of insight and a lot of leadership on the field.
Well, catching one of your practices this year, I mean, you guys would go over something over and over and over during infield practice. Tell us about just throwing the ball around and making sure you guys are making plays and doing those little things over and over to make sure it's very routine during a game.
That's Coach Miles' style. We go over something in practice maybe for a half hour, sometimes 45 minutes, and he wants to make sure that we know it, we can do it in a game or a pressure situation, and that's just his style of coaching, to go out there and make sure we know how to do it right in practice, so when the time arrives in a game, we can do it.
Bill, your defense behind you. I mean, you wouldn't be anywhere without them. Tell us about some of the big plays along the way. You guys have had numerous ones into last week when you guys were in the state playoffs as well.
Oh, definitely. The defense behind me is just incredible. I guess Logan Zavada had the play of the season against St. Joe's, making the diving play and a couple other plays throughout the season. He's easily one of the guys I can count on when I'm on the mound. Chris Lupul, Mark Popson, Tyler Yankowski, those guys they pick me right up. I throw a pitch in there to hit a ground ball, and they get it done. It's just unbelievable what they can do on defense.
We're talking with Bill Gregory, Wyoming Valley West senior pitcher here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. The Spartans will be playing for a PIAA state championship in Quad A. And Bill, you talk about the bats this year. You guys have had your fair share of some big hits and some long balls. And tell us about some of those guys that have stepped up this year.
Ryan Hogan and Justin Vogt are definitely two of the ones that stand out in my mind. Justin had a home run last night against Parkland, and that was a big blow. And them two guys stepped up. They hit in front of me in the lineup, and I don't get many chances when I'm up there because they clean the bases right up, and they come out and they swing the sticks. Those two are easily two of the best hitters in the conference, and I'm glad that they play for my team, because if they played for any other team, we'd be in some real trouble.
Bill, and you talk about the support you get with baseball and your family a little bit. Tell us about the fun that you have in the Gregory household.
It's a very big baseball household. My dad and I, we talk baseball constantly. And my mom, she's there too. She knows the game a lot. And it's very comforting to come up with a family like that who knows the game, understands the game, and realizes what I'm going through as a player, as parents.
And how about how you feeling at this point in the season? I mean, hey, we kind of got into the season pretty quickly with the way the weather worked, and then here you are through the playoffs, and you've pitched so well, along with, as you mentioned, some of the other players at Wyoming Valley West. Are you in that routine of resting and icing and all the things you're supposed to do as a pitcher?
Oh, definitely. I try to get as much running in as I can. Being out of school since I'm a senior, I run almost every morning since I've been out, and definitely ice my arm and keep everything healthy, because these guys count on me. They count on me as a senior and veteran leader to go out there and pitch the big games when I have to, and that's what I try to do. Every one of us told each other in the beginning of the season that we have a shot to go to a state title. Don't let this opportunity slip away.
Well, you guys are working hard, and Bill, congratulations. Fantastic year for you and your teammates, and we're rooting for you this coming weekend, okay?
Thank you, Mr. Mendola.
Bill Gregory, outstanding senior pitcher. He's headed to Mansfield University to continue his academic and athletic career here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.